Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I am back with another review. And today we're taking a look at, from the Transformers Studios Series 86 subline, this is Gnaw, or as some people will say, Gnaw. Um, it is the Sharkticon. In some continuities and explanations, it's the leader of the Sharkticons. Um, you know, troop builders, kind of tough. But before we get more into the review, you might notice I have some parts here. Gnaw comes disassembled partially in the packaging, and I want to show you how to put it together. Now, thankfully, the way they have it designed, it's easy for the figure to put the parts on, and then if you're like me and don't leave your figures constantly displayed, you can separate them, you can remove the parts for storage. But first, what you want to do is take what will be the backpack and top jaw of the Sharkticon and be in Sharkticon mode, and then take this fin, and the fin will peg in just like so. You want to make sure the fin is pointing, the tip of the fin is pointing towards the top and front of where the eyes are. And next, what you'll do is you'll take Gnaw here and go ahead, bring that whole collar section forward. This will expose a rail system right about here, and there's a bar right there, and this will just slide in. It doesn't lock. You can actually overslide it, and then you'll just bring this back. That section will sort of tab into place by the shoulders, and this back section will tab into a hole in the back. And there you have Gnaw complete, the robot mode complete. Little cute look at the head. This is a great look at the figure. And since there have been some discussions about size, here he is with, or it is with Origins Bumblebee, and it is a scooch taller in robot mode. As you can see, and there's the head. So I mean, the reason I'm doing this is that this is a very, very small figure. I was majority of the packaging, the plastic tray, it is just empty tray. What I thought was its knees were actually the tips of its ankles, the boots, the light blue boots there. So a little taken aback by it. Does have some accessories. This great tail mace, which is classic Gnaw, and it is hinged here at the base, so you can get some action poses. Unfortunately, there really isn't any weapon storage in robot mode. You can access the peg for the blaster here. But that's really more for the Sharkticon mode. Yeah, I mean, it's a little disappointing, but I mean, looking at the size here and what they've done, I can see that it's really not would have been possible to do more with the weapon storage, but there you go with that. So how about we pause right here? We'll come back and get into the transformation. Almost forgot, since I do have it handy. This is the Cyberverse version of Gnaw, and yes, even in robot mode, Studio Series is a little bit taller, which is nice because, if you have this, if you have the Titans Return version, you can have a little bit of an army of Sharkticons without having to go out and buy multiples of the Studio Series figure at $20 a pop. And I think that's kind of cool, right there. But as you can see, yes, it is taller. So it is short. It is much shorter than I was expecting, but at least it's taller than, other really small Transformers. I think, there would have been a little bit of a freak out if like was a $15 figure was taller than a $22 figure. So let me get this guy out of the way, and we can get into the transformation. Now, keep in mind, the transformation does follow the fact that you've already gone ahead and put the backpack on and stuff like that. That is necessary for the transformation. First step is you want to come in, flip the fists in, just like so. Then you'll come out, bring this whole section forward, so this forms like a right angle. And I guess at this point you can go ahead and rotate the fin around. It actually, I noticed that when it's in robot mode, it doesn't sit flush. That's the peg right there where my finger is that actually goes into that hole. So, and it's not like the fin, which I thought it was, so it does get pushed up a little. So just rotate it like so. And then what you want to go ahead and do is rotate the whole chest section around, just like that. Next, what you're going to do is raise this back section. That will bring the arms facing 90 degrees to the back. And then you're going to want to rotate them all the way around forward, so they're facing the same direction as the Sharkticon head. Then you're going to turn the figure over. Come in here, flip down the neon purple heel pieces, rotate them up on the ankles, then bend these up at the knee, just like so. And then you're going to rotate them at the hip section. There are holes here at the bottom of the feet that will peg into posts right behind that back section, and just go ahead and line it up and get it in, just like so. Not easy peasy. And the next step is you're going to come all the way back. Going to bring up this section. The two tabs that work to secure the chest in robot mode are going to peg into slots here on the back of the shins, while this back section will peg into a tab that is on this rump position. Come in and bring the arms down just like so. We can position them up later. Bring the jar. Now, the instructions show coming in and doing it from this angle. Open the jaw. Gnaw's head is actually on a hinge, and that it will actually snap into place that it's facing all the way down towards that bar. So it's really kind of hidden, and you can of course also adjust the top of the Sharkticon jaw. Again, that's really more the articulation. Finally, you want to angle the legs. Well, what were the robot arms are now the Sharkticon legs ever so slightly. And bring in the tail. That will peg into the rear, just like so. There's a, as I mentioned before, a hole here on the side, tab on the blaster, and there you go. Now, my one issue with this figure, and again, it could just be mine, is the armpit joint, which is kind of hidden in robot mode. It's a mushroom peg, and on mine, it's a little loose that you have to kind of play with it to get it to be able to support the weight of the Sharkticon without falling forward. So there you have the Sharkticon in its shark mode. That's Gnaw in its shark mode. Here's Origin's Bumblebee, and as you can see in robot mode, it is a little bit taller than the Sharkticon because it's kind of squatted down now, but still kind of closer in height than you might think. But and here's the Cyberverse Sharkticon, and yeah, the Studio Series one, even, I mean, I kind of have them positioned the same way, is a little taller and longer in beast mode. But you see the problem I'm having with those mushroom joints. So, you know, let's see if I can bring it down a little so you can see it is a little longer in beast mode. So that is nice. I mean, you can even use those little those little, like, not Titan, but like, you know, the little two-step transformation Sharkticons. They came in like a bonus pack or something with that uh, black colored recolored one-step hot rod. So I mean, you can have like a whole mess of them, and I think that's really kind of cool. Articulation in beast mode, you have swivel here, swivel at the elbow. Be very careful. These are thin limbs, so you want to grab them as close to the joint as you can. And you do have that leg articulation, but like on mine, it is a little loose there. So yeah, all in all, really cool figure. I'm happy with it. So let's pause and we'll come back with my final thoughts. As is always the case when doing these studio series reviews, I always like to use the backdrop, and this is the bottom of the Quintesson pit. So that is quite fitting for that. Unfortunately, I wanted to use the shark mode, but it doesn't fit on the base. I like Gnaw. Gnaw was actually a figure I was really looking forward to. I had the original G1 Gnaw, the cat I had at the time. Emma really liked Gnaw. She would rub up against it, so I actually have quite a fondness for Gnaw. And quibbles with the shoulder joints aside, and the overall size of the figure, I think it's pretty good. And like I said, you really don't have to go out and troop build Gnaw. There are other options to get your Sharkticon army going. And, in case you were wondering what I was expecting in terms of size, I figured it'd be about the same size as the Alicon from Earthrise, but whatevs. I know that the Studio Series has its own scale, and this probably works, but yeah, definitely, it's worth a pickup. I've actually heard, now it's going for about, I got this from the Command store, but I've heard it's showing up at retail, and people are finding it from anywhere from $18 to $22, and at that price, that's pretty fair. Hopefully it sells well. I don't think we're supposed to get like any repaints or anything of the Sharkticon, so who knows? But definitely, if you are a fan of the movie, you kind of owe it to you. You need at least one Gnaw in your life, just because of the kind of fun role they played in the film. So that's about it for the review. If you like this review, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. While I will always appreciate the views, the likes, comments, and subscriptions, help communicate to YouTube through their algorithms that my channel is one that should be exalted and held upon high. If you want to make the ultimate sign of support for my channel, I do have a Patreon. It is www.patreon.com/chuckdog1999. All I ask for is $1 a month or $12 a year. No thrills, no tears, no special rewards. All you're doing is helping me help you bring figures like Gnaw to you, as well as keeping up the infrastructure of the channel. There is a link in the description below, a little hype card here in the corner. But as I always say, Patreon is the cherry on top of an already generous sundae. And if you can't swing the $1 a month, $12 a year, your views are more than thanks enough. So that's about it for the review. This is your old pal Chuck for Gnaw, or Gnaw, how you ever pronounce it, and we will see you next time.